Hello everyone, we are here with the final chapter of Paper Moon. It's been a long time coming. I mean, to be fair, I was uploading weekly for like the first half of it. More than half, actually. Well, exactly half? The final Paper Moon name was the 11th video, I think. Funny how that works out, huh? Anyway, we get back to Chaldea, and Zoken is there! Senpai, how you feeling? Oh, put me back in. Put me back in. No. How you feeling, Senpai? Mashu, morning, Mashu. You look like you always do. Phew, what a relief. How long was I out? Yep, vitals are all looking good. Not that there's ever a problem with them. More like you fell into a strange coma, but not one like your usual REM state. REM? Then you woke up just as suddenly. Is there, like, I know it's rapid eye movement, like there's REM and non-REM sleep. Does REM sleep mean something, or is that a typo? It's a real head scratcher, alright. Then there's Sion. Same thing happened to her, right down to waking up at the same moment. Yes, it certainly was strange. Now that we've both woken up and we're in perfectly good health. Oh, she's not gonna remember it, is she? I'd say we have nothing to be concerned about. Do you not agree? I mean, sure, that's the most important thing. Did this actually happen for no reason? Like, did you get hit with localized sleeping gas? An electromagnetic pulse to your brains? Some unknown form of magecraft? I can't help but think there must be a reason behind this. Oh, right. Just recalled the problem we were working on prior to Horsey and I falling asleep. How is the Paper Moon doing now? Oh, that? For some reason it started working again right around the time you woke up. What a coincidence. Okay, so she remembers. It's working like always now, though would still be checking to make sure. Oh, like, doesn't that gotta interfere with the... But that's what alter egos are. Of course. We're still checking to make sure. Wonder what happened with it. We'll need to keep digging to see what we can find out. I see. Let me hear it's back to its old self. The Paper Moon. Yeah. We're gonna start going, oh, I had a dream. And you were there. You look troubled, Senpai. Is something wrong? I suspect you had a dream while you slept, yes? Do you recall what it was about? Oh, come on. They're pulling a little seraph on us. Do you think I was dreaming? But no, I can't remember. Not really. Actually, no, not at all. Well, we have to remember, because we never saw the line about Sarah. Surprise! Sorry to interrupt, but can I ask you something? Our Foundation of Humanity grade just jumped from E to D not too long ago. Let's go! Do you two have any idea why that might be? No idea. How about you, Sion? No comment from me either. After all, it's not something I experienced. Oh, come on, she totally knows. Let's just chalk it up to both me and Horsey growing without realizing it. The important thing is that one of our problems is solved. Can we not just be happy about that? That's weird. It's not like Sion to be so vague. Even if she doesn't like directly remember it, like Sion's like, you know, she has like smart magic. She probably realizes like, you know, something went down. More importantly, I think you should keep examining Master Horsey. Oh my god. Okay, Malware Bites keeps blinking orange. I'm gonna try to exit it without it popping up. Phew, bomb defused. Seems the punctures ran harder than usual this time, so that deserves a thorough checkup. Oh yeah, good point. Okay, one last round of medical exams, then we'll call it a day. We might still call you in for follow-ups, but for now, the best thing you can both do is rest up in your own rooms. Not you though, Mashu. I want you to stay and rest here, where I can keep an eye on you until you're properly recovered. You haven't gotten a wink of sleep since Horsey lost consciousness. You've been at his bedside the whole time, so I'm ordering you to get some rest. Right here, right now. Oh, I get the feeling you're about to have an unusual visitor. Yeah? Comma? I'd like to see what happens next, but my room is not that way. I'll just wish you good night. Good night? What, does Bleached Earth have nighttime? I don't know. Huh? Just sky's blue. Hey, can I talk to you for a second? Hello? Hi, Elron. I'm sorry? She was an old man in a wheelchair just off camera the whole time? Yeah, you know who I am, right? I'm Sarah Elron. I work in the records department. What? I don't think we've ever had a conversation before. Now I'm really curious about her for some reason. She's the alter ego, the involved type, I suppose you can say. She just happened to be nearby during the first rotation, so she was probably the least physically close to you. However, her alter ego is just a copy of the original's personality model, so she has no direct connection to her counterpart in the outside world. Your minds are drawn in here by direct, if accidental intervention, probably rendered your bodies comatose. But the real Sarah Jara is going about her normal life completely unaware that she'd been copied. Okay, we're just gonna call her Elron. Any feedback she does experience is likely to be no more than a slight subconscious tingle of sorts. The reason there is such a difference between you two and her is that, well, she was already in a state of mind that made her very easy to copy. Whereas the two of you fell in here entirely by accident. That's why she became an official master AI, and you didn't. I can only guess. I believe she may have already been slightly mentally unstable, such that it would be easy for a fragment of her personality to be detached. Wait, does this mean we have a new permanent character in Chaldea? She's likely experiencing the kind of instability which would make her dislike who she is, look for a chance at becoming someone else. Hey. Yes! You want to talk? Don't just say what I want before I get a chance to. Use a mind reading spell on me? Well, whatever. I usually leave the personal relation stuff to Manir and the others, so I've never really talked much before. So she has I mean, she said that, but she has to be at least a little related to the alter ego one. Because, like, what would prompt her to say this otherwise? There's something I want to talk to you about now. Want to come with me? It won't take long. So what's this about? Well, it'd also just be weird to have the character do like a journey of personal growth, and then like they're brought back for like, you know, 8 or whatever, and that's completely reverted because it's actually a different character. There's something I've been meaning to apologize for. What did she do? She's the one who... Remember the incineration of humanity? That was her! Was it, Goetia? I just suddenly have the feeling now would be a good time to talk to you. She's the one who started the fire that got us sent to Fuyuki. Breathing sounds. Okay, here goes. Remember back when... what is it? Okay, that was obviously a joke. What is it? What's her job here? Did they say like she's in charge of a department? Or did they just say that yeah, that's Elron? The records department. She screwed up the records and got a sent to the paper moon? I don't know. She accidentally ordered 100 Kiaras instead of 1? Yeah, that's Chaldea. December 27th, 2019. That's the Lost Belt prologue, I think? Yeah, it would have been, because I remember doing Anastasia in 2020, like when COVID was happening. The blizzard is coming on, and now all that remains is a clear blue sky. Before long, the pale blue is marked by a single black dot of an approaching helicopter. The helicopter brings important passengers, the harsh reality that the end is close at hand. Did like someone sacrifice themselves to save her? Like that one guy from on the prologue is dead apparently. Oh man, they're almost here. What are you so upset about? Are you really gonna be that sad to say goodbye to this job? Of course not. Sure, I've got other things to do too. But I knew when I took this job that being the gatekeeper for a secret Antarctic base would be boring as hell. I swear, who do they think was gonna come visit? The local penguins? Still, boring as the job is, it's a big deal knowing today is my last day. Is that how it works? Anyway, why are you here to help out in my first and last big moment at this job? Wait, does this mean you want to spend as much time with me as possible before we say goodbye, Elron? Don't be ridiculous. I'm just following orders. This might well be the first time anything noteworthy happened at this gate, so they wanted a record keeper here for posterity. Also, how many times do I have to tell you not to call me by my first name? Oh, yeah. I can't help it. It's just such a great name. Disagree. Wonder how many times I've used it anyway. So hey, I know it's a long shot. There's something I've been wanting to say. We've been working together a pretty long time now. I guess we'll be getting out of here and going our separate ways soon, so... I was wondering if you'd like to grab a bite to eat with me some. They're 100% dead. That's a death flag, dude. I'm serious. 312. What? Huh? That's how many times you've called me by my first name without my... Well, I keep track. Well, she's a good record keeper. Wow, that's impressive. Is this the reason why you went into the record keeping? It's not the point. The point is, do you really just want to grab one bite with me? You've been trying to get to know me for a while, pretty unsubtly too, as many times as you've used my first name. I mean, is that the Antarctic culture? Do penguins call each other by their last name instead? You really want to ask me out just this one time? Something that depends on how it's used, but something that bothers me a lot is you know, Japanese game or story, but it takes place in a different culture, and like they throw something like that in, which could be excused because we don't know where Elron is from. I mean, Sarah Jura, that's a Portuguese name, right? I'm pretty sure they go first name first, but jury's out, right? Like I'm thinking of what's the name? Triangle Strategy, right? There's one thing in there that always bothered me. I never beat the game. I've talked about this before. I got forced into making a choice I didn't want to make because that's how the choice system works. You basically have to convince NPCs to make a choice or not, right? And after that happened, I died to a level and was like, yeah, I'll play later, and never came back. But the main character in it, he's a lord, right? Like he's a lord of like a feudal territory, like, you know, very European-esque, like just think Game of Thrones, right? And like he goes around bowing to people. Like he bows to like commoners. A lord wouldn't do that. Why is he bowing? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I was gonna ask you out a bunch of times. As long as you say yes, I'll keep inviting you. So does this mean you're saying yes? It does, right? Like Hogan Skyer just comes in and kicks his head off. Man, this is great. So glad I finally worked up the courage to ask. Hey, come on, stop pumping your fist and get back to work. Look, they're outside the gate right now. That must be our new director, Gordolf Music, and... Hello? Who's the pink-haired lady? His secretary? Probably, yeah. Ah! It's people from the UN Inspection Committee here, too. They're sure not just a bunch of randos. Hey, where's the mic on this thing? Is this it? Right here! Someone open the gate, dang it! Yeah, alright. Gotta do this whole check-in protocol thing for maybe the first time ever. Will you hit the button to let them in once the light turns green? Sarah Jura? Elron? Sorry. What would you like to eat? Got it. I'm good with anything, but Portuguese food would be nice to have again. I haven't been back home in ages. Oh, okay, well... Maybe we could just say she's a weirdo who likes to use her last name first. Doesn't like your first name for unclarified reason. Oh, best girl! I forgot there's a CG of her. Like, I remember she was there, but... Well, I remember the, well, she froze the place and the... What do you call the Russian guys? ... So there you have it. I was the one who opened the gate and let them in. I remember thinking that the, remember the priestess? I remember thinking she was Anastasia. As I look back on it, that was our last chance to stop all of this from happening. I keep dreaming about how things would be different if I just realized something was off back then. It's not just you. We're all prepared to let them in. Unless, did you hit the button before it went green? I know. We're all writing up documents, getting ready for court hearings. Director Music's takeover is completely legal. Elliot's tricked just like the rest of us, for that matter, so I know we're basically destined to end up here. But even so, 2 to the counter? I can't help but think about what would have happened if I hadn't hit that button. The fact is, I pushed us across the final line between this happening and not happening. and I just can't get that out of my head. Maybe I could have noticed something was off with Kolinskaya, told them the gate was acting up or something. Maybe I could have then talked to one of the higher-ups, and things would have turned out differently. Maybe if things had gone differently, he would have made it onto the border, too. And I wouldn't have broken my promise to have dinner with him. There's so many possibilities all swirling around my head. I can't just forget what happened. I mean, I'm a record keeper. I write journals for fun, and my family's lineage of memory magecraft never lets me forget anything. Oh, okay, so that's why I can't get rid of this guilt. All the time, I've got this giant ball of guilt making me wonder how many things could have gone differently if I've just been a little more careful. I've talked about this in therapy. Maybe everyone else here already know how guilty I feel. Oh, maybe you've noticed at some point. Who's the Chaldea therapist? But right now, for some reason, I got the urge to tell you myself. I wanted to apologize to your face. So please let me say this. I know it's selfish of me, but I just have to get these words out. I'm sorry. You have nothing to apologize for. And that guilt you're carrying around, we all share it too. That's right. We all feel guilty. As for how we can put it behind us, forget about it, whether we should forget about it, whether we could ever make amends, well, I don't think anyone knows the answers to those questions yet. So let's go find them together. An audio call 2. Id. Okay. I actually don't know how involved Chaldea is in Id. Is that gonna be like another, like, we're cut off from Chaldea, it's just us and, you know, like Edmund or someone? That's right. Strange person I feel like I met in a dream. Letting the guilt overwhelm me isn't gonna do anyone any good. So even if I can't forget it, I can still use it to fuel me. Let it drive me to do what I can, how I want. And I'm gonna trust that one day, that'll be enough to finally make amends. I got 2 arrows left. These ones are both a little shorter. Oh, do you think it's gonna go to D right here, or do you think we have to finish the thing? Hold on, I want to see. No, it's still a D. Okay. It's like, after Trom, you know, I almost called him Sholmes. Sherlock Holmes is, like, dead and, you know, not in Chaldea anymore. So they changed some events. I was, like, the only person to stop at, like, the final chapter of Trom. So Sherlock is dead. There's, like, 10 more minutes of the Singularity. It's a very short chapter. But I stopped there for that day. And I did a little bit of the event. And he's still alive in the event. Because they don't check where he dies. They just check the end of the thing. That's strange. I feel like I'm forgetting something. And lonely? Anxious? Hey! Oh, how so? She has clothes on again. Oh, by the way, her 3rd ascension does have the blue arms, by the way. But someone's gonna call me out on that in the comments. Please don't. Go on, tell me. What did you forget? What's got you feeling lonely? Weird, I think it just went away. You really know? What's that all about? They said you were in a coma or something and none of them knew why. So I thought I'd stop by to see if there were any fun changes in you. You look the same as ever. You're so boring. Why couldn't you be drowning your woes in booze or whining about not wanting to work anymore or something? All I wanted was a golden opportunity to drag you into depravity, and you couldn't even give me that. What? What is it? Okay, I have to censor this part for YouTube, guys. Mana transfer. You shouldn't push yourself too hard. Huh? Why are you scolding me when I didn't even do anything? Did you forget that I've been boycotting my entire God of Love gig this whole time? You really don't need to tell me not to work too hard. Way ahead of you there. So don't get the wrong idea, okay? I'm only here because, you just worked out that way. Even so, I'm glad you're here. Are you still half asleep or something? Why would you be glad to see the Demon King of depravity? Teehee! Maybe you really did experience some kind of degenerative, self-destructive change. The kind just begging to be corrupted. But for now, why don't you just treat yourself a bit? Go on back to sleep if you're still drowsy. You convinced me. Good night. I wonder if she remembers. She's just faking it. Could be that the alter egos wanted to materialize. That these other personalities that still exist despite being ignored and repressed want nothing more than to come to the forefront. Maybe the very expression of that desire is what makes alter egos what they are. Which would mean that the alter ego who longs for love, no matter how minute, is still somewhere inside the servant that created her. Idiot. Well, that was certainly embarrassing. Now that I have analyzed Johnny the 12, determine how she came about. Okay, she completely remembers. It's clear this incident was one of the audio calls that man told us about. Oh, that man. Still quite a surprise to see so much distortion build up on the Pepper Moon of all places. May not have risen to the level of the 7 taboos, but I've been a little more diligent. Maybe we would have discovered this distortion before it became a problem. As I meant to be the Pepper Moon's caretaker, this has been a humbling experience. The only positive is that, despite being taken by surprise, we're still able to resolve the situation. Everything else simply demonstrates how much room we have for improvement. Thanks to my frequent use of memory partition, I can recall the whole experience clearly. In fact, I wonder if I'm the only one who does. Kama is also accustomed to existing as multiple versions of herself. I'd not be surprised if she remembers too. Think I'll be merciful and not bring it up. Okay. As for Miss Elron and Horsey, expect their memories are subconscious at best. Still, an opportunity like this does not come along every day, so I may as well go over it as a thought experiment. We were brought into the Paper Moon's world during the first spin of the alter ego generating centrifuge. It's therefore extremely likely that Horsey was an alter ego too. What kind of alter ego was he? His poor condition when he first entered that world may be a hint. He was in bad enough shape that he could barely fight without help from my ether light. Does he feel not guilty, but kind of like he's been carried here by everyone else? So he's in suboptimal physical condition for reasons unknown. There's a discrepancy between his mind and body. Put all this together and now I see. Hypothesis 1. He is an alter ego who is fed up with fighting. Yes, I like that idea. In fact, I certainly hope he has such a side to him somewhere. Ideally, no human should ever want to fight more than is necessary. If he lacks that trait, then he'll never be able to go back to a normal life once the fighting is over. Let's try the opposite approach. If a given person was excited about fighting a battle for the fate of the world, and was neither hesitant nor concerned about it, that person did not have the slightest trace of a personality that pushed them to avoid fighting where necessary, that person would be a berserker in human form. Something about them would have to be broken. Such a person would never be able to return to a normal life after the fighting ended. They would continue to seek bloodshed wherever they went. But fortunately, Horsey's demonstrated the strong likelihood that he'll not go down that path. So far. That is good. That is how he should be. Well, when he used Medusa's virtual noble phantasm to fight back himself, I did also see that he was completely unafraid to stand on the front line. But the one does not cancel out the other. There are times in many people's lives when they end up loving someone despite trying to avoid when they fight in the hope of not having to fight again. Of course, if he is willing to fight despite being sick of fighting as long as he has sufficient reason, that is a warring possibility unto itself. But there's probably nothing we can do there except encourage him to continue seeing a therapist. Another possibility, who is this mysterious Chaldea therapist? Maybe perhaps with the benefit of hindsight, is that he did not win the Holy Grail War. Using that as a hint, maybe he is a version of himself which is not the last master of humankind and is not responsible for the world's fate. Maybe that version of him was just an ordinary master, an alter ego who's just looking to take it easy for once. That one seems unlikely. Of course, ultimately, this is all just conjecture. It could simply be that he was pulled into that world because he was a master of command spells, and that he was the one exception that was never made into an alter ego at all. In that case, his poor physical condition could be chalked up to a simple reconstruction error during the import process. I think I'd give that one about 50-50 odds. That's surprisingly likely. Anyway, I think that's enough considering what happened to Horsey for the time being. I like my theory more. Right now, I need to reflect on my own mistakes, and the fact that I took advantage of my childhood appearance to use that thread I threw away because it was simply too unethical to rely on. Talk about a black mark. Anyway, wait, does she use ether light and melty blood? I know she has like she has a gun, but she also has like a whip thing, doesn't she? Is that ether light? Suppose I fail to realize I still have these feelings. Even though I'd long since come to the conclusion that I should not be their friend. Seems there's still a childish part of me who wants to, regardless. It simply will not do. Better excise this memory permanently. But despite myself, I still decided to play back just one part of it. All of this version of myself standing here never forgot what I decided my place should be. Now that I have adventured through a world where I was able to forget that place, if briefly, I thought I should reaffirm the feelings that led me to make the original decision. What is she talking about there? I'm not sure. Maybe I need to go back and reread that bit. Okay, epilogue. Final arrow. Cafeteria with... Hey, isn't that... BB? Best girl? They brought her back. Not often I see you reading, Shoo Shoo. What? Got a problem with that? It's some kind of essay that just popped up in the database one day. It was a good test subject for my emergency excitation response system. But once I used that to materialize it, I didn't have anything better to do than, well, read it. So what's it about? It's a treatise on alter egos, how they formed, the implications of their existence, that kind of thing. We've been quick to make use of this class of service despite not understanding their greater significance or true nature. And perhaps it's time we take a moment to reconsider that choice. Right, all we had to do for, who is it that's mad? Alaya? Or... Is it I think it's Alaya that's mad. All we had to do was write an essay about alter egos for them. It also helped us learn how to make even more effective use of their power. I know, right? Takes itself real seriously. It goes on to say this too. Alter egos generally appear on their own accord. So be warned that, unless you are using yourself as material, you already possess an incredibly OP skill. Intentionally making a new one would be both difficult and ill-advised. Well, duh. Hell, even speaking for myself, I have no idea why this version of me is an alter ego. You don't regret being one, right? Of course not. I might not know why I came out like this, but I know exactly why I am this way. Obviously, it's because of my deep, abiding love for... Lady You. Wow, what a surprise. That's the part of this essay I agreed with the most. It says that even though most alter egos are derived from fragments of their original's personality, the nature of their existence also makes it possible for them to do things their original couldn't. In my case, if I was still my old self, with all my extraneous ties and obligations, I wouldn't be able to live the dream of devoting everything to Lady You. It'd be nice if she put a little effort into her job too. Since I'm one of the keenest intellectuals around here, one of the alter egos in question, I think I'll add my own thoughts on the subject. Pretty sure regular people are just as capable of doing the same things as alter egos filled with a singular focus. For example, let's say you accomplish a great feat and go down in history. Maybe the one you accomplished that wasn't the normal you, but a you who only lived to love someone else. Maybe as a you who just wanted to protect a certain someone, even if it cost you your life. Or maybe as a you who only cared about killing someone. My point is, maybe as alter egos are just a series of the countless moment-to-moment heroic forms everyone has within them. Or something like that. Not sure I get it, but I think I get it. Which is it? Oh well, it's no big deal. Like I said, I was just reading this because I didn't have anything better to do. This is the final scene gonna be. Elron? Some old-timey jazz, chosen by who knows who, echoed quietly throughout the cafeteria. The musician was singing a heartfelt song about how, as long as you believed in them, even artificial creations and paper moons can become as real as anything else. Who's the musician? Who plays jazz? I'm trying to think of who that would be. Got me thinking. Maybe in the same way sabers fight with the swords, lancers fight with spears, alter egos fight with the strength that comes from devotion to something besides themselves. Who was that narrator? Was that us? Oh, complex breakthrough. That's a new one. That's it. Oh wait, hold on. We gotta get Holy Grail, please. One Holy Grail. One Holy Grail. I'll take two. Yay. Do we get a craft essence for this? I think there's one for later ones. So there should be one here. I got a torch. And there's the Holy Grail. Elron that's updated. In addition to the 100 brothers, a single girl was born to the Blind King. Her name was Drusala. Yeah. After the war, Arjuna traveled to several regions for Osvamedha, a horse sacrifice. What? No! Ritual. His travels eventually took him to the Sindhu kingdom. Naturally, tensions are high, but in answers to Drusala's courageous plea, Arjuna called off the battle. 100 of her brothers, her husband, and her in-laws were killed. Resentment and hatred must have raged within her. Even so, she chose to end the cycle of hatred. More than enough blood has been shed. Like, that's a pretty good Bond 6. Even though it's not about Durudana at all. Yay! Oh god, 10 of them. Craft essence, it's only a paper moon. Oh! B? Yeah, take it up to B. Does going to D actually do anything for us? Like gameplay wise? I don't think so. Oh! Hey, they did! Extra 2, a new class score has been unlocked. For alter egos, yeah. Can we click on this? Japanese area. Yeah, okay. Well, that is in... I think that's around May? Although it might be early in, you know, NA, so we'll see. But that is still a ways away. So that's I think the biggest break I've ever had from Fate Grand Order. Like, obviously I still have to upload all this, but I figure that'll be done by, like, mid-September. So, oh wait, hold on. Gotta read the paper. Oh, right, and I want to talk about my thoughts on Paper Moon. I've been saving that. Oh, that's a good one. See, Onakama. I was kind of thinking it might be Elron and Sakura, but I like these two more. Glad to have adventured with you. It's a pleasant dream. That time was a miracle for me, who should have not existed in the first place. That's right. If I had to choose something important to me, this moment would eclipse all others. This warmth and sensation, I've always wanted this. It's a painting of a dreamscape. There's an image of a world where... Oh, and you can see, I think that's our hand right there. Of a world where individuals who are split apart manage to carry out the purpose that was born deep within their hearts, rather than acting in accordance with someone else's idea and written as code. You imagine, as you nap, the gentle melodic sighs coming from the girl's quiet breathing. So did Gudo kind of remember it when he took that nap in the story? Maybe? I mean, we've seen that Seraph was all a dream, but the protagonist ended up remembering a good chunk of it, like, later on, right? So, like, he'll remember eventually when it's important to the plot. Yeah. Okay, thoughts on Paper Moon, right? First off, the two strongest parts of the singularity, I'm just gonna call it that. Durudana, comma, they easily stole the show. They were both amazing characters. I loved them. That is basically all I have good to say about Paper Moon. I think I had two main problems with it. First off, very, very fan servicey. There is, you know, obviously Fate Zero, Heaven's Feel parallels. There's the fact that they brought back like Sakura, who really didn't need to be Sakura. There's no reason for it. The Ranis, no real reason to actually use the Ranis. There's, I mean, Medusa is not too fan servicey. Like Zulkin being the antagonist. Like, is that fan service? Did any fan want that? Maybe, possibly. There's what else is fan servicey? I mean, that's mostly it. Like Lon Ling, everyone loves Lon Ling, right? Let me see if there's any like hidden costumes or anything. Maybe. I'm gonna have to do all these because I don't want to see that number on them. Hold on. Like when I go here now, 11. Hey, come on, get off the screen. I'm gonna get banned. Yeah, that's gonna bug me, so I have to do them all. Yeah, so I feel like none of it really contributed to like importance. Like they could have like I think to a minor degree, like using a character like Sakura, you immediately know what Sakura is like. So you're like, okay, that's what that character's like. And but the opposite happened. Like you'd do that if you didn't want to spend a lot of time on that character. They then spent a lot of time on Sakura, which is like weird. They could have just made them their own character. By the end of them, I would have liked them as their own independent character, give or take, right? Same with Lev, who is like really cool. He's been foreshadowed. Well, he's been shown to have a different side to him in Clock Tower 2015, I think it is. Just we never got to see it in game, so I'm glad we did get to see that. Just wish they did more with him. Like, feels like they just added him to have shock value in the trailer, right? It's a weird addition. There's also the fact that well, okay, this realized on me having a little bit of knowledge about Audio Call 2 and 4, like they have like big important plot moments, right? But nothing in this seemed like Paper Moon seems like a filler arc, right? Which I mean, I guess the audio calls are, but the only thing of importance in this is Elron is here now. Like I don't see Elron being important besides just being like another Manir. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to use her in future chapters. We'll see. Anyways, do I have anything else to add? Like, Durudana is very cool. Oh, I know what I can do.
Yeah.
Something I should have done I couldn't do a long time ago, but I can do. Oh, yeah, we got that one. I'm probably going to start working on that one. I've just been putting a couple points into like I think Caster and Rider, just because I have a ton of those pieces. But with Berserker, I'm kind of stuck. Oh, okay, that's how they show it. Okay, I've been wondering. So they're Foreigner, Pretender, and Beast. What's a different layout? But I think I need Berserker piece. Yeah! I can buy some with pure prisms. Oh yeah, I just used all the Rider ones I have pretty much. So do they use every kind? It's the ones right before lock that require pieces. So it's Berserker, Assassin, Rider, Lancer? Why couldn't they use Caster? I assume... Well, there's 3 other ones not being used. I assume maybe extra 1 uses those. But... Oh. Ah, dang it. I'm a little short. Yeah, I was gonna grail Durudana for that if I didn't get another Berserker, but it still leaves a few levels hanging. I don't know what I'll do for that. Like, I could bring Vlad to like 102, but I'm fine leaving him at 100. Getting to 120 sucks. Like, not being at the right 100 would bother me. Okay, can't do that and Paper Moon. Anyway, yeah, this will be the biggest break I've had from Fate Grand Order on my channel. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Like, I wasn't originally going to do Paper Moon originally, remember? Oh, but I will have Salem Sunday. I forgot about that. Right, so every Sunday I'll be uploading a Salem video so I can finally get rid of it. I think at the end, I mean, I'm not starting yet. I'll go do the play chapter that I never did, along with Abigail's interlude, which I still haven't done because I have a huge backlog of interludes. Gamma, get off the screen! You too, Scotty! Well, Scotty's his last lude, but like she has clothes on. Just yeah. At one point, I almost had all my interludes done. I think I was going just through them top to bottom, so it goes by class. I think I got to Assassin, and then I kind of stopped. And so like I never did all the extra classes. Some of them I think are important, like Edmund. Maybe I should do that before id. I should definitely do that before id, actually. And I hear Abigail's is like one of the most plot important interludes, so I think I can do hers. Just slap it in the end of the Salem playlist. Yeah, I mean, I should probably do the ones that like upgrade skills, but I'll get on that. Something like, oh, commas, yeah, that's probably good. Anastasia's I've heard is very good, actually. And I love Anastasia, so I should do that. Just, I'll get around to it. Slacking off. Anyways, thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time when it comes out. Well, I guess we'll Salem. You get what I mean. Yeah, in the meantime, I finished Ace Attorney now. Well, finished recording it. Finished Paper Moon now. I will be probably up recording Subihibi, and I think I'm gonna be doing Clear Obscure Expedition 33. I'm like 90% sold on that right now. Still not 100%. I've also considered trying out I did a week where I tried out games, right? I did like one video, 7 different games. Let's do like a gotcha really too. Octopath Traveler 2 did decent view-wise. I've considered like going back and trying out like, you know, 1 or 2 more videos. I did a couple rolls for her, more than a couple actually. I think, are we close to a double roll? Yeah, okay. I mean, I figure, you know, if we're that close to a double roll, never let me gamble with your money. Never let me into a casino. Yeah, I got her on the Japanese server, so like, you know, it'd be nice to have her again. She's a good servant. Her third skill, I think it's her third skill, is very strong. Oh, I saw the lag. This is it. Oh, no, dang it. When I was rolling for her, I got a gold, but it was Beowulf. It wasn't her. One more. Oh, no, my cords. I'm getting her. I'm bad at ending videos, if you can't tell. Give me BB. Come on, BB. Elijah, BB. Yeah, BB. If it's Beowulf, I'll scream. BB. Not LL. BB. BB. BB? I don't know what that was. Wait, hold on. BB. Yeah, BB. Okay, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Just saying BB is fun. Okay. I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna go have a psychotic breakdown. Bye.